the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Hi viewers, welcome to Page Media Videography channel, Immortality Within Reach. I'm Shoemimo Abiodun. It is with the utmost humility and sincerity that I present to you Dr. E.O. Adeleye as a living testament and recollection of history in the making in our generation. You're welcome, sir.
Good afternoon.
So, sir, could you please introduce yourself to the world?
Well, my name is Ezekiel Oluwatoyin Adeleye.
Okay.
I've been brought up in Lagos in my life. I trained as a chartered accountant.
Okay.
And I won the first merit award in 1981 of ICANN. And thereafter, I joined the banking world, where I rose to become executive director. Wow. Thereafter, I moved out to lead my own practice as a chartered accountant, and I've been the senior partner since 1997 to date. I was born about 55 years ago in Lagos, precisely April 1961, and I trained in Lagos State, Logo Methodist School in Lagos. Then I moved on to Ansarudin High School. Then I moved on to Ekwan Theological Seminary in Ibadan. Then I did my PhD at the Nigerian Baptist Theological Seminary at Ogbomoso. I trained as a chartered accountant with Pete Mowick, Annie Okundi and Co. Currently KPMG. I trained there for 3 years. Thereafter, I practiced accounting for 5 years with them before I moved on to the banking world.
That's very good. Thanks. So, sir, what is your purpose on earth?
Well, my purpose on earth is to please God and to be of benefit to humanity. In everything I do, I try to see that, yes, I improve whatever is available on ground. When you are able to impact the life of a fellow human being, when you are able to contribute to whatever is in existence, when you are able to satisfy your creator that, yes, indeed, you have achieved what is sent you here on earth to do, I'm pleased.
Thank you very much. That's very interesting. So, sir, with all you've said, how did you get to this height you are in life?
Well, getting to this height could be summarized in 4 ways. The first one has to be the grace of God. Because there are many that goes to the market. It's only him that God blesses that is able to come back home with profits. The second thing has to do with hard working. One has got to be really dedicated. The Bible says, he who is diligent will sit with kings.
That's very true.
One has got to be diligent. The third one has to do with faithfulness. In everything, one has got to really demonstrate integrity. Colleagues who started did very well as school, but because of unfaithfulness could not go this far. So one has got to practice faithfulness and integrity in everything that one does. And the fourth one, of course, has to do with prayer.
Thank you very much, sir. With the information we gathered about you, we get to find out that you are a chartered accountant and also a Reverend Father. So, can you share more light into these two professions?
Well, that's true. I trained as a chartered accountant, like I said earlier, and I practiced accounting all my life until I moved into the banking world. But when I was a senior manager in the Merchant Banking Corporation, I received a call to serve God. It was a serious battle within me. That's why will I leave a lucrative world to go on into the pastoral work whereby you are being paid peanuts. And I did all I could to shelve it, to ask God to pass it on to another person. And I did all I could to serve in the ministry of the Lord. To the extent of building the church, sponsoring pastors to seminaries, being involved in the church. But the voice kept on coming, that is you I need. And when the struggle kept on coming, on a yearly basis, I kept on getting promotion in my place of work. So I was an ED when finally the voice came and said, you loved your official cars, you love your official house, your official drivers, the perks of office, and you don't want to serve me. If I take just one thing in your life, what will happen to those things? At that point in time, I surrendered. And I said, well, Lord, I will serve you. So I resigned. When I resigned, it was a very tough one. My employer didn't take my letter. They said maybe I was being fanatical or being lured by some other people. And I had my accumulated leave of about 9 months. So I went on leave. And my boss said, my chairman said, hey, go on leave. If you change your mind, we'll just tear your letter as if you have not resigned and you can come back to your position. So I went with all my official cards and everything. And after 9 months, I came and said, I'm still prepared to go ahead. And so I resigned. So I joined the ministry. I remember my first salary was just equal to the allowance being given to my driver. And I laughed within me. I said, God, this is what you have called me into. But then God has been very, very faithful. So I took the challenge, and I look back now, 18 years, I have no cause to regret. God has been very faithful.
Thank you very much, sir. Your story is very, very touching and inspiring. So, my last question, what words of advice do you have for the younger generation, the older generation, people looking up to you as a source of inspiration? What words of advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice to them is there is power in knowledge.
Okay.
So they should acquire education, and she should be well trained. You see, what has really helped me in life, I've served in so many positions that is not my own power. It has been by grace. That in fact, at times I wonder how I have the energy to serve on so many boards of companies. But it has been because you continue to learn. You must learn. You must acquire education. It's very, very important. The second one is youths of today must be diligent. Yes, the technology has spoiled a lot of things, while it has also helped in a number of areas. Texting, social medias, watching African Magic. These are good, but be regulated. You are not created for those things. Those are created for you.
Okay.
So see that you are able to manage them. So be diligent,
okay,
aside from being hardworking. And the third one, of course, is the youths of today should see those of us who are still agile. Health is wealth. They need to live right. They need to eat well. They need to watch their health. When they don't, then they are unable to go far. Because without health, you can't do anything in life.
Thank you very much, sir. In the spirit of Page Media tradition, I need you to challenge 4, 5 or more people that you think their life is worthy of emulation, as you have been challenged by someone, because you're a man that his life is worthy of emulation. And you feel their success story can impact into the younger generation's life and the older generation. And by doing so, I would like you to look into the camera.
Well, let me nominate the following people. The first one will be Prince Dr. Ola Adebogun, who is the proprietor for Caleb Group of Schools. He has inspired me by his ability to start from the nursery school to the primary school, secondary schools, and even the university. He has been on for 7 years.
Wow.
The man has really tried. I've served with him in the governing council. Currently, I'm serving on the BOT of the Caleb University.
Wow.
He has really impressed me. Second person will be Engineer Samson Alamo. He's an electrical engineer. He's a man who has sponsored many to the university level. He has really impressed me by his generosity to see that, yes, others are educated, because he also enjoys scholarship while he was University of Lagos, and he has forwarded this opportunity to many along the line, and I'm really, really encouraged by him. The third person will be Reverend Julius Bamidele Odofin. He's a minister of God. We started together in the youth fellowship. He also was gainfully employed, and when the Lord called him, it was a challenge like what I had, but he had served the Lord. He'll be retiring very soon, but then he has served the Lord faithfully, and I thank God for his life, for what he has been able to do. The fourth person would be Professor Fola Tayo. He's a pharmacist, but he has risen to his peak at the University of Lagos, where he served as the provost at LUTH. He has served as is currently the pro-chancellor of Caleb University, okay, and I thank God for his life. He's a man who is well-read, but he's a man of God. Highly devoted, highly disciplined. He's past 70, but then he's still ongoing, and I thank God for his life.
Thank you very much, sir. Today, 3rd of August 2016, Dr. E.O. Adeleye has been immortalized by Pagepedia. Watch more videos on pagepedia.com. Thank you. God bless you.